Hi, we're here at Connor Convocation Center at Thomas More College. Today we're going to interview Terry Connor, and he is athletic director here at Thomas More. Hear his story today on People of Northern Kentucky. Hi, Terry. Welcome to People of Northern Kentucky.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, I've known you for a few years through a previous job, but I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about your history and your story here at Thomas More.
So I came here, I actually went to school here. Most of my family went to school here.
Okay.
So I played baseball here when I came to school. My father was the basketball and baseball coach and athletic director here from 78 to 90. And I actually got to graduate the same year as my mother did. She came back to school and graduated here in 1992, the same year I did. So that was pretty cool.
That is cool to graduate with your mother.
Exactly. So it was pretty neat. So I basically grew up here all my life, and
You say grew up here in what community?
so out in Boone County.
Okay.
In Boone County, I grew up out in Boone County. I was actually born in Louisville, and then
All right.
moved here when my father took a job at Boone County High School.
Oh,
and then
okay.
he left Boone County and came to Thomas More, and so I kind of grew up in the Thomas More community all my life, and so it's
So this is home to you.
absolutely it is, and it's a great place, wonderful people, and that so it's exciting, it's fun to be around.
That's neat. So your father was athletic director here, and he must have done a great job because they actually named this building after your father. Right?
He did okay. He did a great job. He was the athletic director and basketball and baseball coach, and really laid the foundation and built off guys like Charlie Wolf and Jim Wire, and that and he built off that foundation and was instrumental in getting this building built, so that's with the help of numerous people in the Northern Kentucky community, the O'Connors, the Romases, and Faust, and people like that. So it was great, and so they honored him by putting his name on the building, which was pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. So now you're athletic director, and your office is in the building that's named after your father.
Yes, and that's not a bad thing to come to work every day and you walk into a building with your dad's name on it.
Yes.
So I try and tell people it's named after me, but they don't believe me.
Everybody knows the history.
Exactly,
here, so you can't
exactly.
get away with that.
No doubt, no doubt.
Funny.
So
how did it feel coming in behind your father and being an athletic director? Was that great, or was that sort of intimidating, or?
no, it was great. I never really felt much pressure. The only thing I felt was to try and build on things that he had done, and how he helped Thomas More grow, and that was my goal. And we started with about 12 sports, and now we're at 22. We have 500 student athletes. So it's grown immensely, and
Wow.
it's continuing to grow, and so it's really exciting. It's an exciting time to be here. Our sports programs, we've been blessed with I have great coaches who do just an unbelievable job, and the student athletes, you just don't find better kids who work harder, and they do it on and off the field in the classroom, and so that's a lot of fun. And our president, Dave Armstrong, Sister Margaret before him, she laid a great foundation, and then Dave came in and just took it to another level. So it's been an exciting time.
Yeah, so you feel like you're continuing the legacy.
Absolutely,
essentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, and that's that's what you want to do. You want to build on it and do it the right way and have fun and make it exciting, and that's what we're doing.
Wow, so 12 to 22 sports?
Yeah.
That far. Name a few of those, because you think, oh, well, football, basketball, but.
Right. So women's lacrosse is one we've just recently added. Track and field, indoor and outdoor track and field. Men's, women's golf. We've gotten both of those going. Cross country, men's, women's cross country. We've gotten both of those going. So several
I've seen
sports like that.
volleyball here.
Volleyball's been
Yeah.
here for a long time and been very, very successful. So, yeah, we've got, you like I said, you just keep adding them and seeing what kids are excited about belonging to something, and it's maybe a fraternity sorority isn't always for them. An athletic team can be that, and it's their place to meet people, and still to compete in something they enjoy doing, but it's also not their life.
Yeah.
You're here number one to get an education, get a degree, and I think we do a great job of focusing on that.
I'm glad to hear an athletic director say that.
No, I think we do. I think we do a wonderful job focusing on that, and our faculty here, they understand that, the student athlete really wants to participate in the sport, so they have to make some concessions for them to be able to do road trips and those type of things. So that part I think about Thomas More is really neat. And there's a ton of great schools, but it's people that make the place, and that's why I don't think you find a better place than Thomas More, because of the people.
Yes, I have to say, I've been here several times, and the students themselves are so friendly.
They are.
Like when you walk in, you just feel that.
Yeah, they are.
I think I've done a good job.
Thank you.
With that part, yes.
And that's important to us. That's part of, we want to teach us social responsibility. These kids are getting a great education, and we don't expect them to go get a job. We expect them to be leaders in their field. So, we set high expectations on the field, and that translates off the field as well. And I think that's a big part of why these kids are what they are, because they're around other people who are doing that. You're not around people who want to be average. You're around people who want to excel, and that's what I think really attracts kids here.
That's great. Well, with 22 sports, it sounds like you could find a place. No matter who you are, you could find some sports that you could fit into.
Yeah, I think there is, and there's so many different things. I mean, we have we've started a band here recently, and it's growing up to over 100 people,
Wow.
so which is awesome. We have a cheerleading squad that does competition and spirit stuff, and they're up. I think they're around 50 people right now. We've got a dance team that we've just recently started. So
Wow.
there's something for everybody, and it's so neat and so enjoyable to be around and watch. And those type of things add so much spirit to your games. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. Well, I know that, so you have all these sports, and some compete, I'm sure, a little bit better than others, but I know y'all had great success in some of your sports. Tell me some of your top sports that y'all really competed quite well.
So we've done okay, and
okay.
Yes, we have,
You've done a little bit more than okay in some of those.
So our women's basketball team has been phenomenal. And they've won national championships, and they've done an unbelievable job. Last year we lost in the second round of the tournament. We were at a 94-game win streak, so we were 94 and 0, and yep, it was.
Wow.
We were right behind UConn, and so it was just the ride. It was just a tremendous experience. What those young ladies accomplished, and Coach Hans was just unbelievable. You can't describe it in words. The feeling you get going through that. And we ended up losing in the second round last year to a really good Hope team, and so I said, well, they get to start it all over again this year. Yes. So, but that was a lot of fun. But we won 9 conference championships last year. We've been averaging about 5 or 6 conference championships a year for about 6 years now. So we ended up winning in men's tennis, which is something we hadn't won in a long, long time. And so men's tennis won the conference championship and beat a team that had won the conference for 26 years in a row.
Wow, that
and
was
we
an
knocked them
upset.
up. Yeah, so it was really neat. Both golf teams won the conference and got to play in the NCAAs. Men's basketball won it for the first time since 2009 and got to go to the NCAA. Football won it for the second year in a row. The women's soccer team has had a tremendous run. So the women's soccer team, the class we just graduated, went 40-1 in their years here, and on our home field, and they did not give up one single goal to a conference opponent in 4 years.
In 4 years?
Yeah, so it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that
so
is.
we graduated just a tremendous class of young ladies, and so it was a ton of fun. I mean, just watching them, and you watch that success, and other teams see that success of other, and then it just drives them more. And volleyball is another one that won. So they just keep pushing. Softball won the conference, and that. So and that's the other thing. I mean, our women's programs are highly successful. It's in Northern Kentucky is just a tremendous area for the athletes to want to continue to play, and they get to play at home in front of family and friends, which is pretty neat.
And I've seen that a little bit of that at the football games. Like, it's not just people come to like the families come to watch the football games, but y'all have this great tailgating thing going on ahead of that. And
Yep.
it's like y'all just have a great time together.
People seem to enjoy our tailgating a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
They get here between 8 and 9 in the morning and
Right.
start tailgating.
Y'all are serious about
Yeah,
your tailgating here.
they really enjoy it. It's I know after the games we get everything cleaned up and sit down, settle down for a while, and I'm pulling out of the parking lot, and there's still 100, 200 people in the parking lot, and I'm like, I'm leaving.
party,
Yeah. So they do have fun, and it's
That's
a great atmosphere, and
Yeah.
it's good Division III football, and so they get to see a great football game while they're having fun with family and friends,
Yeah.
and grilling out and just having a good time.
Yeah.
So
That's neat.
That's
So
good.
you told us about your teams and the athletics here. Tell us a little bit more about you personally, Terry.
me personally,
Yes, like you have a family.
yes, I do. So my wife is from Cincinnati, so I got married, got transplanted over to the west side.
Oh, you had to go across the river.
Got stuck over there, and it's tough to get out once you get over there. So, but
So you
no,
have to cross the river
yeah,
every day.
yeah. So, but no, we've been married 23 years, and my daughter is going to be a junior here at Thomas More. She plays she plays softball and lacrosse,
Okay.
and she's majoring in education. And my son just graduated from Elder, and he's going to be a freshman here, and he plays basketball and baseball. So it's we have the whole family down here, I guess.
Still a family affair after all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's fun. It's great to see them and see them down here and getting the education and getting to play and enjoy themselves and that. So we'll see how all that goes. But it's been fun watching them, as they grow up, and my daughter's going to be 20 tomorrow. My son just turned 18. I'm like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, I
How'd
know.
that happen?
It happens fast, Terry. I know.
Yeah. So I was like, that's just crazy, because I'm not old enough for that.
Right.
That's
Me either,
yeah,
Terry.
it's weird.
So, y'all do anything outside of athletics, or that's just how y'all come together as a family?
That's how we live.
Okay.
We, they've grown up playing sports, and we've gone to their sporting events, and
So now they have your sporting events,
exactly.
their sporting events.
So
and-
we meet together down here to watch a game and stuff. But
There you go.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of our thing. That's what we do, and we enjoy it. And my oldest brother lives up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, so we go up there periodically and hang out at Hershey Park, which is awesome, and
okay.
eat chocolate.
There you go, yeah.
So
What else do you do in Hershey?
Yeah,
Eat chocolate.
exactly. So we go up there just about every summer, and that's a lot of fun. So
That's great.
get to hang out with family and that kind of stuff up
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah, neat. Well, have you checked off any things in your bucket list, or is there things that you want to do on your bucket list?
I've checked off. So I've gotten to go to several Final Fours, and I've taken my family has gone.
Somehow I'm
and,
not surprised that was on your
Right?
bucket
That's kind of
list.
weird, huh? So, and a lot of times it would be maybe just my son and I or something while my daughter was playing another sport or something. But that was awesome. We've done that. In August, we're going to go up to Wrigley Field and see the Cubs.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I've only been there one other time, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So there's, those type of things. We've been to the College World Series. So we went out there. My son had a baseball tournament, so the family went out there, and so we saw, while he was in a tournament, we also got to see the College World Series. So strange how that ends up around athletics,
Sports.
right? You
Yes,
know,
I see a theme here,
Yeah,
Terry.
it wasn't the theater or the symphony. It was so that's the way it goes.
Yes.
So.
Well, so I know you live over the river now, but you're in Northern Kentucky for
Right.
most of the time. So what's some of your favorite things about Northern Kentucky, or favorite things to do?
You know, the number one favorite thing is the people.
Yeah.
There's just you know, I go to a lot of places, a lot of different schools, a lot of different areas, and the people here is just they're tremendous. You can't beat the people in Northern Kentucky, and that's you know, anywhere you go, I think you can find things to do. I think you can make the best of whatever you have, but it's the people. It's the people
Yeah.
that make the things, and the people of Northern Kentucky are what makes Northern Kentucky special. You know, and I think one of the best things is you can't talk bad about anybody because they probably know them or
Oh, yes.
you know, related to
Found
them or
that
something,
out really
right?
fast.
So.
Wait, are you related to
Yeah,
them?
exactly. So I think that's why people are so nice. So.
Got it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you. I
this
appreciate
interview,
you coming out.
Terry. Thank you for joining us today. Every Thursday at 10 a.m., get to know your neighbor by catching a new edition of People of Northern Kentucky.